Hey guys, Rik Marston, Rik Marston Official. How's it going? It's been a while. Cut off the hair, so different, no more blonde locks. So, gotta be tough and stuff, strong, masculine for the summer. Yeah, look cool. Anyway, just want to talk about the Mavis. Mavis came out, Moog Mavis. It is the new single voice, analog, modular, one voice. They try to say or describe it as some sort of extra voice you can add to your modular setup or to blend together with other Moog or the Moog family of Mother 32 and subharmonicon and stuff like that. You can add that to the DFAM and create a whole system, a whole network of Moog sound. So this is like an upgrade from the Werkstatt. Remember the Werkstatt, or Werkstatt, depending on how you want to do it, was a build-it-yourself original at Moog Fest, and was able to create some wonderful single analog voice tones of square pulse, very, very cool, and pulse wave modulation. So we're looking at an upgrade because this already has the CV patch bay already integrated inside of it. So, and they've also upgraded it from a small to a large 1/4-inch input, so you can go ahead and get to a larger type of modular system if you want to, with larger patch cables, and really get off. So it is pretty creative from the demos that I've already heard of it so far. It's for the price range. Why I would buy it, I would say because you need a Moog in your setup and you want to have the ability to connect with your semi-modular synths you probably already have, or synths that you have that have CV out, gate out, whatnot. So you can go ahead and really explore the Moog sound inside your analog rig or your digital synths that already have some, control voltage outs, and you're like, why would I have to use it on this type of synth? Well, there you go. Now there's another excuse to go ahead and get another synth that's got control voltage in. And this one, from what I've seen so far, for the price range, is really, really cool, because for 350 bucks, it's a Moog. That's actually really good, because remember the Minotaur was $499 and stuff. So we're still dealing with one VCO, which is still really good, because you can still do a lot with the patch capabilities. This is a more upgraded, ballsier range from what I've heard, so it can actually really grow, create a thicker system. I'm thinking because of the semi-modular, it'd be kind of cool to hook it up with something like, say, the ARP 2600M, the Korg version, or some other version of the Moog setup that they've got in the modular walls. I know it's a single voice, and it may be weak compared to something large in the large modular setups, but it'd be cool to have just something that maybe even control as a mini controller. So anyways, long story short, it's a very, very cool buy. Why would I buy it? Because I think it would be cool to have it in my setup. Since I've already got a pretty decent VCO setup right now, it's growing, ever growing. Oh, I got some new additions I'd like to show you since the last time you guys remember the Brute. It's here, the Matrix Brute. I don't have the Poly Brute. I still want to get it. It's going to happen. Still have the Typhon. I still have my Behringer 2600. Somebody wanted to buy it from me and we got that close and the dude backed out. Sorry, but I still have it, so I have no problem with it. It's a wonderful synth. I still have over to my left the Duo Mono log hookup from Korg. I still have my DCO analog Juno, Alpha Juno. My controller, which I use for software stuff, which I'll talk to you guys about. It's really important. The software stuff that I'm using for Arturia, the Key Lab 49 Essential. And here's one of my new additions to the studio, the Drum Brute Impact, the most loved and hated talked about drum machine, because the Drum Brute needed to be replaced because of certain things just didn't work out, whatever. Anyways, I heard the original Drum Brute. I didn't own one, but I thought it was pretty cool, but I understand what the people were talking about. Certain things just didn't rock out. This is really cool. I don't care what the bashers say, the people who are negative about it. It's really cool. Actually, so for the price range, this is a wonderful analog beat kit that you could just make some fat beats, bro. Yeah. Anyways, and I also got an old friend back. This is cool. And I haven't talked about this, you guys, because, everybody else jumped on it and was trying to, it just didn't feel overly sincere. When our great Dave Smith passed away, I remained silent because I didn't want to ride what everybody else was riding. I didn't feel it was honest or sincere. Excuse me, Dave. I got the Tourays back, the AS1. I needed that single voice Prophet 6 single voice with the groove sequencer and the ability with effects and the touch strip and all that stuff. It's wonderful. The Tourays is wonderful, and I just wanted to keep it private. I lost so many people. I mean, we all did. We lost so many wonderful people from Vangelis, or however way you prefer to say it. He was one of my most deepest personal, like, for ambient music that I do. I've got 5 albums of ambient works that are just, you know, and all inspired by his works. Brian Eno, Kitaro. I can go down the list of all the musicians that are inspiring to me during that time. But Vangelis was one of those ones that inspired me watching Cosmos, Carl Sagan, Cosmos. You guys know how much I love astronomy and meteorites. It broke my heart when he died. And then right after that we lost Andrew Fletcher of Depeche Mode. It broke my heart even more. I was already in enough tears as it was, just like the rest of you guys who appreciate these musicians I'm talking about. And then Dave Smith. What? And of course Julie Cruz. And then it's just like a whole plethora of people that, I mean, I just wish in my heart and soul they left Earth and went to Mars instead, and they're riding the whole, Elvis wave, they're still alive, they're on. No, God rest their souls. You know, I can fantasize and whatever, but it breaks my heart that I've lost so many people, so many friends of mine that I've you know, just, it breaks my effing heart. So, anyways, I kept silent. I just wanted to stay silent. But anyways, that's up. Got the Dave Smith Pioneer DJ Torres AS1, and it's just wonderful to have it back in the setup again to mix with my VCO consortium is what I'm calling this. It's like a little groove thing that I think I'll do down the line and release an album just called the VCO Consortium. And it's all VCO based, analog and DCO, but it's mostly VCO synths like the Matrix Brood, the 2600, the Typhon, the 2 monologues, and then I'll add some splash of DCO with the Juno, the Alpha Juno. And of course, I'm interested in the Mavis. That's a price range I can reach without any issue, and I'm sure most of you can too. It's a wonderful thing to add it. So go Moog, go Mavis. I mean, the Werkstatt has always been like, oh, 150, 200, 250, oh, 300 is too much, you know, but with this, with the bigger patch bay, the knobs are, I'd still want to get larger knobs that are like, ooh, and really just get off on it. I think the Mavis is a good buy. I think it would be cool to have as an extra desktop, a semi-modular VCO-based analog synthesizer to blend with other synths that have the abilities. This one doesn't have a CV out, but I've got other things that do, so it's kind of cool. So A+, I'd go for it if you guys got the money. I'd go for the buy now, because from what I heard, they're already starting to send them to stores. So God bless you. Thank you for watching, and I'm sorry I haven't done too many videos. Okay. I have to say something. Everybody's been talking about analog digital again on my page, and I've been doing a lot of stuff with digital. What am I doing with digital? Okay, my digital stuff I'm moving out because I really am using more of my software for my virtual analog and my digital emulations and contraptions, we'll say. I've been using Arturia's Analog Lab, which is the light versions of, like, say, the V collection, and I've been really enjoying Cherry Audio. If you guys have not seen any of my demos for Cherry Audio is phenomenal. Remember, with all software, no matter what it is you get, whether it's a light version of Ableton to the biggest whatever, you need to check your specs on your computer, because if you do not, the software emulations do not play the way that they're intended to. That's just common knowledge and maybe rudimentary stuff to most, but it's like, and redundant and all that stuff. It's just, you know, just think about that before you go, oh, I can't play that, it sucks in my computer. I got rid of my System 8, my Roland System 8, because I really didn't need it. I have the full version of the Arturia Jupiter 8, and then Cherry Audio has hooked me up just by their awesomeness. the prices of their stuff is so affordable for all of their stuff, for every single emulation and creation that they've done, from Dream Synth to the Low Down to, I mean, this is now called the Miniverse, which I still have Mini mode up there, but they've changed it to Miniverse. Every single one of their emulations and creations is incredible, and the prices of their synthesizers are incredible. They're 64-bit and they rock, and they're, to me, equal or almost superior in a lot of ways than some of the hardware ACB versions of these synths. I'm paying thousands of dollars. I can go and pay $29 to $79 for the Jupiter 4 emulation, which was wonderful, and just Mercury 4, which is phenomenal. It's bitchin', and I've got the DCO 106s, the Juno 106. I don't need the System 8 anymore. I'm basically covered. So, and the Dream Synth is wonderful. I could tweak and morph things like I never did before for the price. It's phenomenal. I'm creating things that I'm saving so much money. I wanted to buy the Hydra Synth. Why should I? The Dream Synth covers so many weird avenues and cool tweaks and morphs. Okay, there you go. I mean, people will ask you, what's going on? Well, I love this as a hybrid type of thing. I always have. I always appreciated hardware and software, but in my personal opinion right now, hardware for me should be analog synthesizers, or as close to it as possible, and a workstation that might be digital that can control all of those analog synthesizers, and each MIDI channel is a specific synth, and then one voice playing a bass line and leading, you got the gist. Anyways, and of course, just keep it that way in the real world, and in the software world, all those emulations, those VSTs that are virtual analog or wave shaping, or any of the more granular crazy stuff that I need to do, that's where the digital side comes in, and that computer kicks serious tuchus at doing that for me. My computer has all those synths loaded into it, so God forbid something happens, God forbid, I can fall back on a project on the computer and get some really cool sounds. No, it's not real analog. We get that. That conversation is so last 2 decades ago, guys. So let's drop the analog digital thing. We know where they stand. You don't have to tell me that my virtual version of a Moog doesn't sound as good as a real Moog. Really? Okay, we get it. To me, I see that as when I'm recording with something that's in the virtual world, I leave my mind that yes, this is a virtual analog synthesizer, and I'm doing it with my virtual analog synthesizer by a computer and my awesome Arturia controller. Because Arturias, even light versions on the Analog Lab, are wonderful, and Cherry Audio has just smashed it with their incredible emulations that they've done of Moog, ARP, Korg, Roland. I can go down the list. So A+, if you guys want to save money and you still have a computer that works and still does some computer stuff, you do some production, do you want to get something that fall back really cheap and just have like a nice collection of analog synths on your desktop or whatever, look at, it's Moog, I got the MG1. They have that. It's amazing. Go Cherry Audio. It's worth it. Their prices are amazing. So anyways, I love you. Thank you guys. I just want to explain that too at the very end of this Mavis thing, and of course the passing of all these wonderful legends, and of course some new additions and returns of the oldies. I love you guys so much. If anything else comes into the studio, let me just take a look around before I say that's what I've got for this week. Yeah, that's it. That's the new additions. I love you guys. Have a beautiful one. Take care of yourself. I love you and respect you with all my heart and soul. Please leave a comment. Remember, be nice and stuff like that. I can't put poopy comments and allow them to go through and let the children see all that stuff. I love you. May your energies be strong and renew. Oh, and I found another real meteorite, but this one is amazing. It's about yay big, and I'll show it to you guys in total detail in another video coming up very soon. Actually, I'll show it to you in a demo for this next time. I love you guys. Peace and respect. I'll see you later. Bye.
to present day, a biomechanical alien base. Give me your devotion, give me all your love, give me your everything now, I'll show you what I'm made of. Here we go again, to fight this dream. Here we breathe again, to fight this dream. Present day is back to when your love me expressed.